Welcome back to the channel. As the world is gearing up to celebrate the Christmas, the other night I was having an interesting conversation with Dr. Umar, which was very new for me, and I decided to share those details with you guys. So today is the program which you don't want to miss out. So let's welcome our guest, Dr. Umar. Welcome to the channel.
Thank you, Niaz. Thank you for having me. I will be having great pleasures really to share some information related to the Christmas. Merry Christmas for who celebrate Christmas. Wish you a very great season and Happy New Year ahead of you. Hopefully, inshallah, will be very peaceful.
So my first question to Dr. Umar is, what is Christmas and what are the dates of Christmas when it is celebrated?
You see, Christmas is a Christian festival which will be celebrating the arrival of Jesus Christ. We have two dates for Christmas.
Oh, that's interesting. So there are two different
Yes,
dates of Christmas.
two different
So
dates
why
for the same purpose.
why there are two dates?
You see, I just now tried to explain for you when they have estimated the date of Christmas, it was 25th of December.
So you mean the Eastern Church celebrates the Christmas on 7th of January,
Exactly,
and the Catholic or the Western Church celebrates it on 25th of December,
exactly.
right? So why there are two different dates for celebration of Christmas?
I mentioned that the Christian, they were using the Julian calendar.
You mean the old Christians,
All
old Christianity,
the
the Eastern
first,
Church?
no, it actually, there were no Eastern and West. That was only a Christians which were in the Middle East, and they were in the
The start of, you mean,
start old
Christianity.
olden land, which is in the Greece and Europe, part of Europe, because Europe gradually start to be converted from pagan to Christians. So at that time, they have decided or estimated the date was 25th of December as per the Julian calendar. But when in 15, I think, 15,
1058.
58, the two churches get separated till particular date when the West Church start to use the Georgian calendar. But that Georgian calendar was not introduced, as I remember, in 1058. It was introduced in 1582, and that was completely established and estimated. And they move all the celebration of all Christian calendar from the Julian calendar to the Georgian calendar, and the difference was almost 13 days.
So, but still, there are two different dates. The Christmas is celebrated on two
Yes,
different dates.
yes.
So, can you please tell me who celebrates on 25th of December and who celebrates on 7th of January?
All East churches are celebrating the Christmas on 7th of January. For example, the Orthodox Church, all in the Middle East, the Orthodox Church in Russia, Orthodox Church, which is Coptic Church in Egypt, in Ethiopia, in Sudan, and in Middle East, we are talking about Palestine, Iraq, and Lebanon, and Turkey, Armenia. So all those following the East Church, they celebrate it on 7th of January, where the entire and the rest of the world, in which is falling under the West Church, are celebrating on 25th of January.
But you know, this 25th of December, you mean?
Yes.
The Christmas, which is celebrated on 25th of December,
Yeah.
is very famous. It's world known.
Yeah.
It's a very festive occasion all around the world. But the Christmas being celebrated on 7th of January, nobody knows about it. Not many people know about it.
Just to explain for your audience, because many of them, they are not aware about this differentiation, differences between the two type of churches, and there is differences in the celebration, not only in Christmas as well, Easter and all other Christian celebration dates, because the East Church does not recognize the Pope as the head of the church, due to so many disputed points, even spiritual rituals, and many things. We are not going to go deep in that. If you are interested, put your questions and we will be specifically answering you What are the point of differences? Where is the West Church? It's recognizing the Pope is the head of the West Church, and therefore they have another setting of calendars and another setting of all the celebration, which comes every year in the same date without any other consideration.
Wow, that's interesting that the Eastern
Yeah,
Church doesn't recognize Pope as their head.
exactly.
Is there any Eastern churches who recognize Pope as their head?
Yeah, there are exceptions due to geopolitical issues, which has happened recently, like in Greece. And we have also in the Middle East, in Lebanon, for example, the Maronite church, which is considered as a East church, they still following the rituals and prayers. Language of prayers also are different, and they recognize recently, I think, if I'm not mistaken, maybe somebody can really correct me, around maybe 100 years, they start to follow the West Church and recognize the Pope as the head of their as their the head, and they can really pray for the Pope.
Wow, that's very interesting to
Yeah,
know. Now I have an interesting question for Dr. Omar. Where did the first church got established and the Christianity started?
Bethlehem. Bethlehem, it's in Palestine, and Bethlehem, it's a holy place, and from there the Christianity has started with his apostles. So for sure the first church was built in Palestine, and the first church is following the East Church, because from there the dispute has started, because this is the what they call it, we don't want here to uh,
Politicize the
criticize or
politicize.
prefer
Yeah,
or politicize,
yeah, yeah.
but here where is the what they call it, the starting point from, they are the first follower for Christianity
Mhm.
after Sayyidina Isa and Jesus Christ.
Yeah. So I have another question. It comes in my mind. I have seen, there are different ways of praying. So I think in due to the churches, it's the Catholics they pray differently,
Yes,
and there are Eastern they pray differently, and I think they use different languages as well during their prayers. Can you
100%.
elaborate on
Yes,
these
this is,
two
you see,
points?
East Church, they are still using the olden language which was pronounced or spoken by Jesus Christ or Sayyidina Isa, where he was speaking the Aramaic language. Many of you doesn't know what is Aramaic. Aramaic, they are still using it in the Eastern Church for prayer, and the cousin of those languages are Syriac as well as the Arabic. Arabic is very similar to the Aramaic. So those olden languages are used in the East churches, and the East churches still remain basically in the Middle East. So we are talking about the Lebanon, Jordan, Palestine, when they many of those churches still using the Syriac and the Arabic language in their prayer. Armenian also, they are following under the East Church. They use the Armenian language and sometimes the Syriac language. And the Russian Church also, they are using their own languages, also fall on the East Church. They use the Russian language. Some portion they use the Syriac language. So Coptic, they use the Coptic language. If somebody doesn't know, there is a Coptic language, and they use the Arabic language in their prayer. So basically, they are using the local plus the olden language, which was pronounced first for the Bible and by Jesus Christ by spreading the word of God.
So you mean, which I could get from your discussion, that the Jesus or Sayyidina Isa, his language was Assyrian,
Aramaic.
Aramaic.
Aramaic. Many people already forget about this language, but I would like to tell you that only one place in the Middle East still speaking and with their daily interactions, which is in Syria, in a city or a town called Malula. So there are the people there, local people are still using the olden language, which is was used by Sayyidina Isa, which is the Aramaic.
Oh wow, Aramaic. And so as I was asking you a question because I have seen Christians praying in a different way.
Yeah, we forgot that part of the
When I was
yeah.
in London, I went to this church
Mhm.
cathedral. So I saw somebody, a lady,
Yeah,
she just lie down completely on the floor,
yeah.
and it was very strange way of praying for me. So
You,
can you please elaborate
I
the?
just want to emphasize that I'm originally from Lebanon, and Lebanese people are very highly tolerable for each others. And I've been having opportunity or privileges to be in church with my Christian friends, since we have in Lebanon is a big mosaic of different religions. So due to that, I had the chance to see different type of churches where being invited with my friends, and I've seen the East Church, how it looks like. It's completely different. The Orthodox Church, which is having iconic, they don't have those mosaic on the windows. They don't have benches. When they pray, they are standing or they are bending on their knee, which looks mostly like even like Muslims. And some part, even in the church, the priests go on his knee and pray. And where the Orthodox Church, they are having benches. They don't have the iconic much, and they have a lot of statues. They have painted windows with the entire story of part of the story of Jesus Christ and how he was sacrificing his life, and Holy Mary and the apostles and so on. So this is are the differences. I'm telling, it's not in details. I'm just telling
Yeah.
for the audience who doesn't have any idea about these things, how it looks like in general.
So it means
For me as well.
the Catholic churches are comfortable churches.
Yes, you can think that they are completely
And
sitting.
Eastern churches, they are spiritual, more of a
Very
spiritual.
tough to be actually there, because they have lengthy prayers in comparison to the Catholic prayers. Catholic prayers are very brief, and they use musical instruments. And the chorus of the Orthodox Church, actually, I had a chance to be in some of their concerts. They have lovely voices, and they have really, they work out on the prayer in a lengthy way.
I'm really impressed with the details you have shared about the Eastern Church. To be honest, I really loved it.
This is up to you.
So
Here we are not working on the
and
preferences,
no,
because we are not promoting
now
Christianity.
you have intrigued me so much. No, it's not about that. It's about history.
Yes,
Now you have. I'm so much interested to visit Lebanon and see how they pray.
yeah,
This is a very different kind of thing, which I've never seen something.
yeah.
So
Yeah, you know, you don't have the chance or to
yeah,
interact with
yeah, yeah, yeah.
different
So this is very different kind of
cultural.
Christianity, and
Yeah,
it's very strange and very haunting kind of thing, which I would
yeah,
love to experience.
yes.
So thank you very much for
My
coming
pleasure.
and sharing details. I'm sure a lot of our
I think
viewers.
next time we have to talk about the origin of the Christmas tree, since many people, they are happy to have the Christmas tree in their houses, but they don't know what is the origin of Christmas tree. So we'll talk
Sure.
about it, and we'll talk about other things related to this seasonal celebration.
You are welcome anytime, and promise me if my guest needs you again, so you will have to appear again with
Sure,
us.
if you have any questions, we are happy really to share, and in friendly discussions with Mr. Niyaz, to have another sessions about anything you would like to discuss. Thank
Thank
you.
you very much. Take good care of yourself, and Merry Christmas.
Thank you, and come back and support Mr. Niyaz for his video. He's doing a lot of efforts.
Bye bye.
Bye.